Anthony Hartwig here with a Springfield softball player profile, and this is someone that, as the season has gone on, we have learned more and more that we just have to highlight this athlete from Springfield, that is freshman phenom in the circle, McKenna Wymer. McKenna, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us today.
Thanks for having me.
You got it. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but you started the year with your first career start as a no hitter. I mean, talk about coming on the scene and being ready to go in this varsity atmosphere.
Honestly, I didn't even know I was doing it until it was over, but I definitely couldn't do it without my teammates and their help. Um, but it was definitely a cool experience to have that as like I don't know.
We've seen a lot of dominant freshmen over the years, but that is something that not a lot of people get to do. What made it so easy to be able to come on this team right away and feel confident and not have the freshman jitters that a lot of people do when they're starting as a freshman in varsity? What made it so comfortable for you?
Definitely the girls. I'm very close with a lot of them already. A lot of the upperclassmen. So they definitely made it easier. And just playing softball my whole life just made it more comfortable, on the field.
We have talked to some of the upperclassmen and the leaders of this team before the season started, and they talked about how they wanted to make this a year that was a lot different and make this kind of a culture change. How much have you felt their leadership, especially the upperclassmen that you're talking about this year, and how much have you felt kind of a positive culture in Springfield so far this year?
They definitely are very good leaders. They have great advice for all of the younger classmen, and they always have they're always like, let's go girls. They always got that mentality of getting the game going and stuff.
And you might be young, but because you're a position player that's a pitcher and because you have put up the numbers, there are people that look to you too and try to have you at least statistically lead the team. What's it been like to flex a little bit of leadership muscles yourself as a freshman?
It's definitely nice to be almost feel higher up when you're only a freshman, but it does help almost it does help the freshmen who are just starting out softball this year, and I could go and help them learn the game if they want to.
You said it, you've been playing softball for a while. Talk about your softball journey. When did you pick up the sport and when did it become something that you kind of fell in love with?
I've been playing since t-ball, um, but I started pitching in eighth U, um, and I loved it. I loved all the girls that I played with, especially my travel team. Um, they're definitely they're all my best friends, and school ball, I'm getting closer and closer with all the girls, so it definitely helps a lot to love the sport more.
Was pitching something that you loved as soon as you started, or did it take a while for you to fall in love with pitching?
It definitely took it definitely took a while. Once I started getting the hang of it, I went to lessons over and over and over and kept going, and it definitely helped love it more. Especially coming into gameplay and starting, and that helped it a lot more.
Was there a moment in your development as a pitcher where you started to realize, like, hey, I have a knack for this. I can be pretty good at this position?
Yeah, I'm definitely pretty hard on myself, so my confidence is I have to be doing good for myself, or I don't have the confidence. So I definitely need to work on my confidence, but um, it the confidence helps a lot.
Since you said you're hard on yourself, tell us some of your standards. Like, what are the things that you hold yourself to that make that standard of excellence so high?
Definitely trying my best and just doing whatever I can and go 100% on everything. I'll hear my dad yell 100% every pitch, and that definitely helps a lot. Um, just just pushing myself and doing the extra work to get myself better.
Now, softball, of course, is a sport of up and down. We talked about how you started your season with a no hitter. You're obviously not going to throw a no hitter every single day out there. What's it been like navigating the ups and downs of a softball season so far this year for you?
Um, it's definitely been challenging to know that I did that the first game, and then like some games I don't have that the greatest game ever. So then I get extra hard on myself. But I just have to keep positive and just know that everybody has bad games, and just to keep myself going and keep in the extra work.
Now, you are not the first athlete that gets hard on themselves and holds themselves to that high standard. Who's the person in your life that's able to pick you up maybe when you're putting yourself down a little bit?
Definitely my parents off the field. Um, on the field, my best friend Gracie, she plays shortstop, so she's always behind me, talking to me, and repeating whatever my dad says because I don't want to listen to my dad. Um, but I'll listen to her, so she definitely keeps me going in the games when I'm down on myself.
So, how much does your dad get into Gracie's ear and be like, "Hey, you need to tell her this"? She won't listen.
Um, I don't really think he's ever like told her that. She just kind of does it herself because she knows me and she knows that I don't want to listen to him. Um,
Um,
but yeah.
what's it like having your best friend right behind you, right up the middle, in the middle of the infield?
It definitely means a lot. She's always there. She's like she'll always talk to me and say like next pitch, work on the next pitch. And then even when I'm up to bat and I like strike out or have a bad at bat, she was always there just to say like I did good and stuff.
Teams that play you are going to be scared to hear the answer to this question because you're already so good. But what things are you working on? What are you trying to get better at? What are some things that you can say in the future, like, "Hey, I'm going to get even better at this kind of things"?
Um, Definitely my consistency with pitching, and have more like good games in a row than I am right now. But definitely that, and then my hitting, just work on like the power behind my hitting and just like the fundamentals and stuff.
Now, at this level of softball, you can't get around having to be a hitter and a pitcher at the same time. Do you like the hitting aspect of softball too? Do you like getting in the box and being able to swing the bat, or are you someone that is going to be happy when the next level of softball comes and you can be a pitcher only?
I definitely love hitting because I just love the adrenaline of it and getting like the good hit, and you just have like good adrenaline once you get on the bases.
How much does your pitcher mindset help you at the plate?
Um, if I have a bad inning before, I just try to forget it and work on this at bat. Um, just so it doesn't ruin that at bat if I had a bad inning, and then just work on the next inning.
Do you ever kind of scout yourself and be like, "Hey, this is how I would pitch to me if I was pitching against myself," just to kind of understand like where pitchers are going to try to attack you?
Um, yeah, a little bit.
So we talked about transitioning into varsity softball, but freshman year is also transitioning from eighth grade to ninth grade in the classroom. What's that been like for you in the school system, being able to be a high schooler and have to deal with a little bit more coursework and a little bit more hard classroom work?
It's definitely a lot more challenging, but high school's been really fun so far. Um, just like with my friends and like the teachers and stuff. So it's been a lot more fun than middle school was.
You're almost done with high school. You're almost done with this year of high school, I should say. You're not almost done with high school at all. You have 3 more years. But I think I can thoroughly ask this: what's been your favorite high school memory so far in your freshman year?
Um, I don't know. I don't really know. Just probably going out with my friends, like on the weekends and stuff.
You get a lot of support from the community. Springfield always does in every athletic room. What's that like to know that the community has your back?
It definitely means a lot. We're a small town, so everybody knows everybody, and it just makes it easier to know that like everybody has everybody's back.
On the flip end, what's your favorite sport to go and support and be a part of, like the student section for?
Definitely football. Football is really fun in the student section. We always dress up for all the themes, and we always have like noisemakers, and we do like chants, and it's just always really fun in football.
What's your favorite student section theme during football season?
Um, Definitely the red, white, and blue 4th of July theme. That one is probably my favorite.
All right, now we go a little bit off the field stuff. You know, you have hobbies outside of sports. What are some things that you like to do outside of softball?
Um, just to like, I really like to be at home. I do stuff all around the house. I love cleaning. Um, I don't know. I just kind of sit at home and do stuff outside.
So I mean, since you love cleaning, you're probably not someone that your parents have to nag you to do the chores, right? You're like, okay, I'll just take it upon myself to clean my room.
Yeah.
How tidy do you think you keep the house? I mean, how many chores do you have to do?
Um, Me and my brother both we have to empty the dishwasher, and that's pretty much it. I don't
Do
really
you
have. Matthew has more chores than I do.
now that you know you have a brother and you're obviously a competitive person yourself, how competitive do you two get with each other?
We're definitely very competitive with each other. Anything we do, it's always a competition between us.
Family game night. What games do you guys get competitive with?
Um, we don't really do game nights, um, but pretty much any type of game, like anything's a competition in our family.
What's some of your favorite family traditions that you guys do, or vacations you take, or something that you do a lot with your family that you know you treasure?
Um, we always go on a family vacation every year. That's really fun. We always go on a camping trip every year. That's probably my favorite vacation that we always go on. Um, my Christmas is really fun. That's my favorite holiday to spend with my family.
Is the vacation somewhere new every year? Like, do you guys go somewhere new every time you go on vacation?
Normally, yeah. Normally it's in Florida,
Hmm.
but it's just different parts of Florida.
Do you have a spot that you haven't gone to yet that you'd love to have a vacation at?
Um, I really want to go to Greece.
Hmm,
That's like my dream vacation.
that's far away from Florida.
Yeah.
Is there something special about Greece that gets your attention?
Just like the views and stuff, like everything just looks so pretty there.
All right, now we go back to some fun questions about softball. What's your favorite dugout snack?
Definitely taco seeds.
Taco seeds. Okay, I like it. What do you have any like superstitions, things that you like keep routine, or things that make you feel like you're having a good time?
Um, I always wear this one. I always wear this ribbon in my hair.
Hmm.
Um, that's kind of I don't really have like that's pretty much it.
Is there a story behind the ribbon? Is it something that you like put on once and you had a really good game and then you get kind of stuck with it?
I wore it the first game that I had my no hitter,
Well,
um, and me
keep
and
it
my
in.
left Gracie, we both wear it.
Yeah,
So
keep it in forever. If you threw a new hitter in it. Last question for you, before we talk about obviously you know your support system. I do want to talk about this coaching staff and how easy they've made the transition into high school softball and what you've learned from these coaches that you have at Springfield.
they're definitely very helpful and stuff with everything, and they my like coach Randy, I've known him forever, and he's very um, like he'll be on me because he knows what I could do, and Coach Rabowski, he helps a lot, and he's very supportive and will tell you like what you're doing.
And then we like to end these player profiles the same way every time, McKenna. We want to give you the time to kind of give thank yous and shout outs and spread a light onto the people that really support you and have your back all the time. And I want to give you as much time as you want to make sure they're shouted out and make sure you give them thanks.
I definitely want to thank my parents because I'm always outside with my dad doing hitting or pitching. My mom comes to every single one of my games, there for everything. Um, my grandma, she's there for every single game. Definitely my teammates, they always have my back when I'm on the mound, and they are there to calm me down or like just tell me if I'm doing good, and that's pretty much it.
McKenna, we want to thank you so much for taking the time in the middle of the day to come on and talk to us about your freshman season. Wish you the best of luck the rest of the way, and we can't wait to talk to you again real soon.
Thank you.